Someone killed your ex. Shot him 5 times and let him bleed to death there. Someone shot him because they were really upset with him. They shot him in cold blood.
At this moment, Devin Schreiner realizes she's become a suspect in the horrendous murder of her ex-boyfriend, Jason Schaefer. The sheer monstrosity of the crime haunted the detectives, but as the questioning deepened, a shocking twist emerged that changed the narrative.
I am no longer a part of it. He made that perfectly clear when he decided to sleep with my sister.
The shooter fled the area disguised beneath a hoodie and a mask. As the interrogation unfolds, a web of suspects emerges, each with a reason to want Jason dead. Yet the burning question remains, who pulled the trigger? What Devin doesn't realize is that detectives are sitting on evidence pointing straight to the killer.
I'm telling you, she is a very horrible person. No doubt about it. Absolutely.
On October 13th, 2021, in Longmont, a quiet suburb of Denver, Colorado, 33-year-old mail carrier Jason Schaefer was gunned down in broad daylight while delivering mail.
911, address of the emergency.
Yes, hi, I'm at 20 Sicily Circle. I need an ambulance. Our post office guy was just shot. I heard 4 shots and he's down. There's a FedEx guy checking on him right now. He is breathing.
Where is he bleeding from?
He's bleeding out of his mouth.
Did anyone witness this?
I don't know if anybody saw exactly. We saw someone run. We heard 4 shots.
Okay, what was that person wearing?
A hoodie, blue mask. I couldn't identify him. I just saw a backside of a man running away after 4 shots. We have the police. I'm going to let you go.
Around lunchtime, neighbors reported hearing 5 rapid gunshots. Moments later, they discovered Jason lying in a pool of blood near his mail truck and a row of community mailboxes.
Sim 219, we're at the corner of Heather Hill and Renaissance, and I'm out with Wheeler.
Copy, Heather Hill and Renaissance.
Go. Move up. Can I ask you to look out for the shooter and we'll take care of this?
That same afternoon, his 5-year-old son was picked up by the authorities from daycare. The boy's mother, 27-year-old Devin Schreiner, Jason's ex and fellow postal worker, learned from co-workers of what they believed was a tragic accident.
Hi, I was transferred to you. I've been getting a lot of calls from past coworkers saying that there may have been an accident with my son's father. I don't understand why nobody called me. You have my son?
Yep.
What is happening? Where is my son's father?
Well, that's what we need to talk about. Are you able to come down to the police department?
You have my son. Yes, of course I'm coming down there.
When Devin arrived at the police station looking for her 5-year-old son, she unknowingly triggered an interrogation. What followed was a series of shocking revelations.
I think they're going to bring him down this way. Okay, well, I need him to be here now. I saw my father's car outside, and I'm not really sure why he's here.
Your father's car?
Yeah.
Who's your dad?
His name is Raul.
Raul?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he not allowed to see your kiddo?
He's a registered offender, so he better not be around my kid.
Okay.
I'm not sure who's where, but he's safe right now.
Who is he with?
He's going to be with an officer right now, so.
Okay, because the previous officer that I spoke to on the phone said that he was with my sister, and she doesn't have custody of him either, because she's not his guardian.
Okay.
So I need to know where my kid is, and I need to know what's happening, because nobody's telling me anything.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't know what's happening either. I just got here as well. I was just told to come walk you in, so I'm sure they're bringing somebody down. We're going to tell you what's going to happen. Do you want to take a seat for a second? You can stay standing if you'd like, but...
Officers were assigned to monitor Devin after she was asked to report to the station. Instead of rushing to see her son, she carried on with her usual errands. As officers watched from a distance, she appeared calm and carefree, showing no visible signs of concern. But the moment she parked at the station, her demeanor changed abruptly. She rushed inside and began to panic. Colorado Detective Steve Desmond then interrogates her.
All right.
Thank you, thank you.
Whoa!
Mind if I shut the door for privacy?
I mean, I don't really care. I want my son. Where is my son?
I'll tell you everything. Come up here. You're Devin?
Yes.
Am I pronouncing it right?
Yes.
I'm Steve. You can call me Steve. We gotta kind of step back here a little bit. I gotta tell you some bad news. Your ex-boyfriend, is it? Ex-husband?
I just call him my son's dad.
Son's dead.
We were never married, but...
He died today.
What? How? What happened?
Someone shot him in the face.
In the face? Where?
On his postal route.
He was working today? He doesn't...
Yep. Yeah, he was working, and someone came up and shot him.
When did this happen?
At 12:32 today.
It is 6 o'clock.
Yeah, your son's dad died today, and so please typically look at the butler or the ex or someone who owes him a lot of money. So we want to at least ask you some questions about him, do our due diligence. I don't think he has a butler, so we've got to rule the butler out. So we at least got to ask you some questions about how he died. Maybe you know something about it.
I was at work today.
Okay, perfect. You got a good excuse. Shouldn't be a big deal. But I want to ask you about it. I want to exonerate you if possible, and then move on to the next suspect. You know, do my job and see. You know, work. I mean, I'm sure you're concerned about his death, and you want to investigate it fully. You don't want us to sweep anything under the rug.
No, of course not. But
And so I don't want to do anything because the case is so serious. I don't want to do anything to violate your rights. Anything like that. So everyone that
my rights and my son's rights were violated when you took him from school and did not contact me.
Devin's reaction to Jason's shooting is unnervingly cold, almost rehearsed. The detective uses a friendly, disarming tone, but Devin holds firm, repeating her work alibi to deflect suspicion. Devin grows frustrated when the department won't release her son after Jason's death, but the policy is clear. A surviving parent could be a suspect or too emotionally unstable to care for a grieving child. Until that's ruled out, social services takes temporary custody. As the questioning intensifies, the detective mentions a member of Devin's family, and her reaction is impossible to miss. The introduction of this mystery figure is about to turn the entire case on its head.
So we're not going to let the son go just yet.
Wait, he doesn't need to go, but if he can can I at least see him first?
Right now, no.
Why?
Right now, no. Because we got to figure out if the butler killed your the baby daddy's son, or if you killed the baby daddy's son, or if the bookie killed him, or if it's a random person killed him. I don't know who killed them, and I don't want to turn over the ex to the baby until I know that everything's legit and that you're calm and that you're rational and you're not a crazy person because I've never met you before.
I'm not calm. My son was taken. Nobody told me that anything happened. My son was taken from school by either police, and I was not informed, or by somebody who is not legally allowed to pick him up from school.
Yeah. So here's what's going on. We went out to the school, and we said we don't want anyone picking up the child until we figure out who's who and who's safe, who we can release the child to. If the ex-husband shows up at the school and the wife's dead, we're not going to release the kid to the ex-husband who just killed the mother. That's going to put the kid in harm's way. So that's just standard police 101 business.
But nobody called me.
Yeah.
Okay, but then nobody did. They have my contact information.
Yeah.
So they couldn't have said...
Yeah, you're not listening, though. We didn't want them to release the child to you.
Don't release him to me, but you could... Nobody even told me his whereabouts. Well, I thought he was with his father.
The police escorted him back here, and Rosa was here as well.
Why? She is not his guardian.
No, she's not his guardian.
Okay, then why was she here?
We're not releasing her yet. We want to find
So
out
she's
who
with him? She's with my son?
We're all with. She's being interviewed by a detective because we're not sure who she is.
She's my sister.
The child is here. The child is being interviewed by a forensic interviewer.
He should not be interviewed because I didn't give consent for him to be spoken to.
He's a witness, so he doesn't need consent from the person.
Was he there? Was he in the...
But he's going to tell us about the relationship between you and his father.
But I don't...
You don't understand.
He's 5.
Well, he might not have anything to say. But
no, I don't understand how this can all happen without me even knowing that anything happened in the first place.
Because we don't release children to abusive husbands that kill their wives.
So you're saying that I am abusive and I killed his father?
I'm saying that this is police standard practice 101.
Devon's demeanor shifts to visible fury when detectives bring up her 19-year-old sister, Rosa Shore. What the detective doesn't expect is the explosive twist that Rosa's introduction is soon to unleash. Sensing the confrontation hidden beneath the detective's words, Devon prepares to deflect suspicion.
Do you know of anyone that want to get Jason in trouble?
In trouble? No.
Or out to get him? Want to shoot him?
No.
Nothing like that? Okay. Does it surprise you that someone would go up and shoot him?
Yes, it surprises me a lot.
Okay.
I didn't know, I don't know anybody that would want to hurt him.
How long have you dated Jason? Or how would you describe the relationship? How long have you known him? Whatever you're comfortable answering to.
I've known him since, I don't know, sorry, language.
Well, I hear it all. You're fine. You are not going to offend me.
Okay, I was like, I don't know, how old's my kid? He's almost 6, so, he was born in 15, so I've known him since, like, October, November of 2014.
Okay. Good relationship? Have the police been to your house every week? How would you describe that? I mean, people date and they break up. How was your relationship?
It was never great. I mean, it started out okay, and then we had him, and I mean, it wasn't great. He left us when we was 6 months. He moved out, and we tried, I guess, a couple of times to work things out, but it never worked.
Okay. I don't want to get up in your business and know all that, but police aren't there every day. Nothing.
No.
Just a bad relationship that didn't take off the ground.
I had filed a restraining order against him back in, I don't know, 2015, 2016 at the end or the beginning of the year. I don't remember. We had an altercation and I asked him to leave my house because he wasn't living there anymore, and he got a little physical while I was holding my son, and he was an infant at the time. And so I filed it to get him to back off a little bit.
The shooting was a close-range, targeted hit. A hooded suspect in a blue mask was spotted near the scene before and after the attack, making identification difficult. Surveillance footage shows the gunman firing at Jason and sprinting away. A forensic neuropsychologist later determined the murder was deeply personal and driven by revenge. Confronting Jason face-to-face showed a need for direct confrontation, and the careful timing, waiting until he was alone, pointed to a planned ambush. Jason and Devon, once co-workers at the Colorado Postal Service, had a son in 2015. Jason's early enthusiasm for family life faded when Devon refused to return to work, triggering constant conflict over responsibilities. Their opposing views on parenting and partnership eventually drove them apart. Now, Detective Steve Desmond is done beating around the bush. He's ready to confront Devon with the first of many pieces of damning evidence.
When we have a homicide, we have all of our property crime detectives go out. We have all of our personal crime detectives go out. We have all of our undercover detectives go out. We have all of our gang and crime suppression units go out. We We have a lot of people in this case, and we worked the case quite a bit. I don't pretend to know everything that happened, but there are some things that are really kind of concerning me. We saw your car in the area of the crime scene. Your car was a Nissan Rogue that is missing a front passenger front hubcap. We caught your car on a license plate reader a little while ago with your license plate, and it has that front passenger hubcap missing. Sure enough, in the videos around the crime scene, that car is there with that front passenger bumper or hubcap missing. You said you're at work today, but your scanner goes off before the homicide and turns back on well after the homicide, and they track your scanner that's used at work to your boyfriend's house, AJ. So that's really kind of concerning. And we caught the shooting on one of the Nest doorbell cameras from across the street. So I'm really kind of concerned. I know that you got served just the other day with the child custody order, and you're a little upset about that. You told AJ, you told Devin in the past that AJ knows where you live, and that he'll shoot you if he needs to.
I've told who?
You told that to Devin, and Devin told that to
I'm
Rose,
Devin,
your sister.
but
Yeah. Well, he
really
heard
confused.
Jason heard that from you, and then Jason told Rose that, and Rose told us that. And this happened about a year ago.
That
AJ knows where you live, Jason, and AJ will shoot you, Jason. You said that.
I said that? I've never said that.
So why is your car in the crime scene area? Why are you in that area in your car? And why are you turning off your scanning?
I didn't turn off my scanner.
You did.
No, I did not.
Postal inspectors are here.
Turn off my scanner.
Or you didn't go with the scanner. The scanner's at your boyfriend's house, or somewhere in that area, in front of it, or in a bush somewhere in that area. It wasn't with you. Okay, they have a breadcrumb trail on GPS on your scanner. Yes. And the postal inspectors were here, and they said, before the homicide, you're not doing anything with the scanner. It's stationary for like 3 hours or more. And it should be mobile because you're working, but it's at your boyfriend's house. And why is your car in the crime scene area?
I don't...
We've got video of your car in the crime scene area.
I don't know why it would be on camera that my car was down there, but I don't...
Listen.
If I don't scan
packages,
then obviously I'm not doing that. But I did stop, and I did stop at his house for my lunch break, sort of.
Devin, I think you're a good person, but something's not right here. I think the gig is up. There's something weird going on here. Everything is pointing to you being involved in this shooting. People don't go around just shooting most of the people.
I mean, I work for the post office, and I have before, and I have been...
Supposedly you're on video 2 weeks ago breaking into the Longmont post office. That's a separate
didn't
issue.
break in. I work for the post office. I'm allowed to go in.
But who cares about that? That's just a stupid burglary.
Burglary?
Yeah. Let's talk about the homicide. Why are you... What's your involvement in this? Because I think there's a lot more than you're telling us. The video of the shooter looks kind of like you. It's from a distance, but it looks like your height and your build. It doesn't look like AJ's height and build. It doesn't look like Castaneda's height and build. It looks like your build with a black hoodie. Now, we're going to search your house. We're going to search your car. We're going to seize your car. We're going to do a gunshot residue test on you.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we're not going to leave any stone unturned, but we're going to get to the bottom of this. And this is your out to tell me what type of involvement you have, because it's very concerning. Your car being there, you turning your scanner, not bringing your scanner, and GPS not moving during the homicide.
Devin's black Nissan Rogue was spotted near the scene around the time of the shooting. Further investigation revealed that GPS data from her mail scanner showed the vehicle stationary for over an hour, contradicting her claim that she was actively working during the murder. At the time, Devin was now in a new relationship with Andrew Ritchie, known as AJ, a prison guard from Longmont. Now, with crucial evidence in hand, detectives bring Andrew into the interrogation room, where his account changes everything.
I mean, obviously, let's just kind of start with you're at Hooters from like 12:30 to like 1:15. Is that about right?
I feel like it's later than that.
Okay,
maybe that's right.
1:45.
I think it's 1:45. Yeah.
Okay. How did you get to Hooters?
Drove on the truck.
Your truck? Okay. The black one, the one that was in the driveway? I think it's Silverado, right? Okay. So you drove your truck there.
Yeah, I drove myself.
And you were on your phone? You had your phone with you there?
Correct.
Okay. So you remember being there on your phone, and it's your personal, the one that you gave to me, right? So is that, I mean, that makes sense. And that's your phone, and that's the one that I took, right? Okay. So you got there, you're there, you eat wings, hang out with your buddy Brandon?
Correct.
Okay. As we went through this, sorry, I didn't mean to bring that in. And so we were talking about multiple things that day with Devin and her timeline. One of the things you told me is that she drives like a Nissan Rogue or Milano.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember, like, if we showed you a picture of her car, would you remember what it looks like?
So this is her car on a license plate reader back in May. All right.
That's her car.
This is down at the scene, the neighborhood of the shooting. You can see the time, 12:06.
That's her car.
So originally you told us that she was up there at your house with you until 12:15 when you left to go to Hooters. Can you explain that? We're trying to verify Devin's timeline right now. That's the thing.
Yeah. She was not with me. She wasn't with me before that. She came over to my house after I was done with Hooters for about 10 minutes.
Detectives confront Andrew with the CCTV footage confirming he was at a Hooters during the time of the shooting. Not with Devin, as she had claimed. Without hesitation, he throws her under the bus. Cracks in the so-called partnership begin to surface, and as detectives press him further, Andrew's words start to unravel a far darker truth than anyone anticipated.
Do you have any idea what that picture is right there?
Looks like GPS.
So those are phone signals coming from your phone down in the Longmont area in the same neighborhood as the shooting with location information for the mailman who was shot that morning. All right. So we know that you were in Longmont that morning, and I'm not asking that because of you. I'm just asking that to further verify whether or not you had any idea where Devin was at that time. You've already told me that you weren't with Devin at 12:15 like you had previously told us, all right? So the reason I'm showing you this is because we can show that you weren't with Devin, and you can't obviously verify where she was.
Right. What else did you want to show me?
You got nothing to say about this? That's off your phone. 2 days before this happened. Can you explain that? You're a smart guy. I think you know where we're going with this.
Yeah.
So if you want to give us answers, now's the time to give them to us. These investigations move fast. You know that. We get this data fast. You only get a couple opportunities to give us explanations for what's going on. We're trying to find the truth.
So her and I were talking in the morning when I dropped her off at my house, and I didn't necessarily think too much of it. I thought that we were going to fool around after she got off, and because we'd done that in the past. After she had gotten to work, or on her way to work, she had called me and told me that she had decided that that was what she thought needed to happen. And she had told me that she had thought about doing this before. Actually, 3 days prior to that, she told me that she was going to do this, and I talked her out. So, and that night she was going to do it at his apartment in the middle of the night. I talked her out of it. I had to go over there and do it face to face. But she didn't do it that night. This morning she told me that she was going to do it, and she told me that she had already had everything that she needed to make it happen. And I tried to talk her out of it. That she went to work and told me that there was no talking her out. So after talking to her, and she's mentioned it in the past, and she has talked about his route because she knows the Longmont routes. So I went out there, I knew his route number, I found him, and I continued to stay on the phone with her to try to tell her, to try to talk her out of it. But I thought that she was going to go there a lot earlier than that. I thought that if I would see her, I could stop her. She kept talking to me and never showed up there. I guess she was casing at the time. So eventually she told me, you know what, don't worry about it. I'm not going to do it. It's fine. We'll go back to work. And she hung up the phone with me. At that point in time, I stopped over at his truck and I told him that he should watch out for her because I think she's planning on doing something. I don't think he remembered who I was because he said, what? He just looked at me and goes, what? And I was like, Devin, I said, she's unstable right now and I think that she's going to do something stupid. And he said, I'm not scared of that. And I said, okay. And I left. And at that time, I drove home.
Surveillance footage revealed Andrew tailing Jason's mail truck for hours on the morning of the murder. He had cunningly used a vehicle from the prison guard program, hoping to stay under the radar. Meanwhile, Devin remains in denial, unaware the walls are closing in and the most intense confrontations are still to come.
So what's going on here? Are you behind this homicide? Is AJ behind the homicide? We got two different cars, it looks like.
Two different cars?
Yeah, it looks like there's a car leaving the scene of the crime. Maybe it's just a witness who saw the shooting and is getting out of there. Maybe it's the shooter. But we saw your car in there moments before the shooting. And there can't be that many Nissan Rogues that are 2017 that are missing the front passenger head cap. So you're involved in this, okay? I want to know what your involvement is. Did a boyfriend try to tell you that he's going to take care of this? Were you involved in it? Because someone is there doing this. It's not a random shooting. And so the gig is up, okay?
I read on the way here about what happened, and they said that a man shot him.
That's what we originally thought. Yeah. Now we're thinking it could be you. We're thinking it could be maybe a boyfriend. Thank you. That's not the question. That's not the right answer. We're trying
what
to
am I supposed to say?
We're trying to get all this evidence together. We're trying to put the pieces together, and I don't think you're being truthful with me. And I want to know why your car's there, why you're not using the scanner, why the scanner was left there. It looks like you're involved in this. So tell me why you're not involved in this. I don't think this is a coincidence that your ex got shot in the face today. It looked like a hit. Looks like someone pulled up, ran out, shot him, ran back to the car, sped off, fired 5 times. He died right there. So I'm going to take this seriously, and I want to exonerate you to have nothing to do with this. I don't want to arrest you if you didn't do this. Does that make sense? I don't want to arrest anyone that didn't do a crime. But your car is there. Your car is there. You turned your scanner off. Your GPS, well, you didn't turn it off. We're not going to mince words. You left your scanner at your boyfriend's house. You said you were at work all day. You're not at work.
There's other things that I could have done. Why would I shoot him?
I don't know. I don't know why people ever shoot people. And I'm not saying you shot him. Maybe someone else shot him. Maybe people just lost their temper. Someone shot him. We know that. Someone shot him 5 times in the face. That's kind of a lot of hatred. They didn't steal anything from him. They didn't have any issue with him. There wasn't a traffic road rage case. Someone shot him because they were really upset with him. They shot him in cold blood. They shot him 5 times and let him bleed to death there. That's someone who knows this guy.
As detectives dug deeper to determine Andrew's connection to the crime, a stunning breakthrough emerged. Horrific text messages exchanged between him and Devon. Not only did the messages confirm their romantic relationship, but they also exposed a months-long plot to murder Jason. Text from as early as July 2021 revealed Andrew encouraging Devon to take violent action, with disturbing lines like, "You could just kill them both," and ending Rosa and Jason. At this point, detectives are convinced of Devon's involvement, but the question remained, just how deep is Andrew in this murderous scheme?
And understand that there's 70 postal inspectors in Longmont with the 12 or 14 detectives that they have. And we're talking to everybody. We've got Ring doorbell cameras. We've got cameras from banks. We've got cameras from traffic lights. We've got all this stuff going on. We've got your phone, her phone, Jason's phone, other text messages. It's really important at this point that you tell us the truth, everything that's happened.
I just did not
So,
the truth.
so explain this picture to me. Explain this picture right here in the middle. What's the conversation around that?
So that was the 3 days prior when she told me that she was going to go over there in the middle of the night. And I told her not to. Originally, her plan was she was going to take out Jason, Rosa, and herself. And I begged her not to. I obviously played on the don't take out yourself thing because I can't live without you. And I can't live without you. But I was successful in not getting her to do it that night. Part of me felt like she would do it eventually, but part of me thought that maybe she wouldn't.
Did you ever think about calling the police? Saying, hey, this is what's going on?
She's been in this custody battle with him for 5 years, and it's not the first time. She's mentioned it multiple times over 5 years, but she's never done it. So, obviously it's a serious thing. It was also just kind of banter. Like, anytime she was mad at him, it was he needs to go. I need to do that. Usually play it off, or sometimes I play along a little bit. Like, yeah, he is. But I never thought that she'd actually do it. She's also told she's going to for herself. She won't put that up.
Okay. And then you never contacted. Did you talk to your buddies about it, and Cougars, or none of those guys know?
No, they didn't even know I was having an affair.
Okay. Do they know your wife? So it was one of those things you're going to talk about?
Yeah.
Okay. So no, you never told anybody about it? Okay. And just kind of going back a little bit, you're following the carrier around and to warn him?
No, I'm following him around because I thought if I saw her, I would stop.
Stop her. Okay. Okay.
Andrew's plan unravels when detectives discover a 3-hour call between him and Devon on the morning of the murder, evidence of a coordinated plot. Andrew shadowed Jason's mail truck, giving Devon real-time updates, while Devon planted her work gear at Andrew's home to create a false alibi. With Andrew's interrogation complete, the spotlight shifts back to Devon. Although Detective Steve hits a wall with her, a post office investigator takes over, and what he uncovers reveals a chilling motive behind the murder.
Now, how did it make you feel to find out that the father of your child was shot in the face with a gun?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I'm very upset about it. I know that, like I said, I know that we've had our issues, but...
Okay. So if we don't talk about your car, do you want to continue this conversation, or are you done with the conversation?
There really isn't else to say. I've said my day. I've said what I needed to say. I don't see what other questions you would have.
Well, I'd like to know, who do you think would have done this to Jason?
I don't know who would have done this to Jason. I don't know his life anymore. I am no longer a part of it. He made that perfectly clear. when he decided to, for a lack of better words, sleep with my sister.
So I didn't know that. Okay. Can I talk to you about that, or do you want an attorney?
There's nothing to hide with that either, so I will answer questions about that.
Okay. You're okay answering questions about your sister?
Yes.
Are they dating?
They are living
Or they're
together.
sleeping together?
They're definitely sleeping together in front of my son, which is how I found out. I'm a 5-year-old.
Okay. How old's your sister? Is she of age?
19. She
Really?
just turned 19.
Okay. How old are you?
26.
So this is your younger sister?
Yes, this is my baby sister.
Rosa Shore was dating Jason, a relationship that deeply unsettled Devin. Despite being involved with Andrew, she couldn't hide her bitterness over Jason and Rosa's growing bond. Devin's inability to accept Jason's relationship with Rosa was driven by a toxic mix of jealousy, greed, and resentment. Even as the evidence stacks up, Devin remains defiant. She refuses to confess and instead demands a lawyer. Detectives then question Rosa, and her account paints a horrifying picture.
And your sister, so I make sure I have all the names right. Your sister is Devin. Your current boyfriend is Jason. Right. Okay. I'm sorry. No, it's fine. Okay. And Jason's last name? Schaefer. SCHAEFER. Okay. So obviously a lot of different dynamics with this relationship. Just with Devin being your sister. Can you kind of walk me through, maybe by starting on how your and Devin's relationship was before you started the relationship with Jason? Complicated?
I'm trying to think where to start because she hadn't been in our lives for 9 years.
Do you remember what the main cause of their for good breakup was?
I want to say it was cheating. I want to say that was the main.
They struggled co-parenting after they for sure broke up. Okay.
Almost last night to this morning, I just knew. I don't know why. I just knew, and even a few weeks before that, I was like, something is going to happen to him. And I don't know why. I was just like, I feel like Devin's going to be mad and she's going to try to do something. If I'm being honest, that's what I thought.
Can you tell me more about what maybe made you think that?
Because she's a horrible person. She's a horrible person, and she didn't like that. We were just trying to figure it out. Like I said, it's right there, whatever. The fact, I know the fact that he, like I said, that he's with me, that made her mad, and yeah. And ever since she went to the post office that day, and we'll figure out the day in just a minute here. Mm-hmm. I don't know, ever since then I was really, really worried, and I was like, I told Jason, I was like, make sure you always lock the door to the apartment, make sure you lock it when you're there, make sure you lock it when you leave, just be careful. And even, I don't know why I thought of it too, even a few days ago, I was like, I feel like someone's just watching us. I just felt like someone was watching us. Mm-hmm. I would look for her car, I would look for her boyfriend's car, because I know what both of their cars look like. Her boyfriend's cars.
A paper trail of the couple's long-standing conflicts stretches back several years. Just 2 days before the murder, Jason had filed court documents seeking to modify his parenting time. When the local postmaster arrived at the crime scene, his immediate reaction spoke volumes. Did the baby mama do it? Suspicion immediately fell on Devin amid known custody tensions. Detectives have everything they need to charge Devon, but the final nail in her coffin is still on its way.
I just know she's not a good parent at all. And I'm not just saying that just for the hell of it, you know? Mm-hmm. She's not a good parent. That is something I noticed right off the bat as soon as I started living with her. Mm-hmm. So that was my first thought of worrying about. Of course, I had to tell him. And yeah, and then when they said he was shot, of course, you know, I immediately thought of AJ.
Do you know AJ has, or you're under the impression that AJ has access to guns because of the comments that she made?
Yeah.
Do you know if Devon has access to guns?
AJ gave her a gun once.
Okay. So you think whoever did this to Jason, you'd be able to identify? No, you think it was somebody who targeted Jason? You don't think it was somebody random?
No, like I said, if I'm being honest, I think it came from her. And I think it was somebody that she talked whatever. And if it's the people I've met, of course I would know if it's somebody random that she, let's say, hired. I don't know.
Because you've met both her boyfriends. You lived with her for a year or so.
Right, I know the people around her. But again, I would absolutely, like, even if it was one of her girlfriends, I would know.
So absolutely, in your mind, you think that this came from Devon, whether she did it herself or she had somebody else do it for her.
No doubt about it.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm telling you, she is a very horrible person.
Okay. I appreciate you telling me that. I mean, I know she's your sister, so that can't be easy, but I think I know very clearly where you stand.
In a way, she's trying to, you know,
it almost sounds like you're trying to say if she
get back at me, or she's trying to, you know,
like if you can't have him, or if she can't have him, then
nobody
can't have him. Yeah, I've heard that before. Mm-hmm. I'm a domestic violence detective. I hear it almost daily.
That's her mindset, and yeah, just I almost feel that she would get so mad with all of the stuff, or even the lawyer stuff, that she was like, well, let's just get rid of the problem. Problem in her mind being Jason.
The final piece of the puzzle clicked into place when detectives uncovered a critical image saved on Andrew's phone. A Snapchat photo of the shooter taken just moments before Jason's death. The shooter's outfit perfectly matched what Devon was wearing that day, delivering the most damning evidence yet. With this discovery, detectives could finally connect Devon to Jason's murder and bring the case to a chilling close. Was Andrew telling the whole truth, or was he more deeply entangled in the crime than he let on? Devon and Andrew were both charged with first-degree murder. Overwhelming evidence of premeditation and coordinated planning led to their conviction. In the end, the court sentenced both Devon Schreiner and Andrew Ritchie to life in prison without the possibility of parole.